Star Wars, or as assholes call it, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, was the very first Star Wars movie. The movie begins perfectly with the pan down to two planetoids that resemble the Earth and its moon. It's a familiar image to us all, of course, and then that's shattered when we see the larger planet of Tatooine revealed below. Bam, we're not on Earth, kids, we're somewhere else in space! This is what they call the inciting incident in screenwriting terms, a moment that sets the plot in motion. The rebel troops line up, ready to defend their ship against an obviously superior opponent. Look out, they're using fireworks! Look out, they're using fireworks! Oh my god, that was an M80. Heard any good Viagra jokes lately? But Darth Vader's first line is, "Thanks for going in front of me, guys." Because I would have gotten shot. I don't have a lot of mobility in the suit. Princess Leia puts her credit card in his face. He's like, "Bitch, do I look like an ATM? I gotta withdraw all my space bucks before this black guy takes it from me." R2-D2, were you ATMing with that woman? She may be wearing a wedding dress, but she's not as pure as you think. I've heard things. Hey Darth Vader, this is why nobody likes the Empire. Maybe you should just try asking this poor guy. Well, here are the two dumbest guys in the universe. Now we see Vader doing some of his business, and we start to get some plot information. This is the moment when we realize that the prequels went and fucked everything up. Yeah, that happens already. And this ain't the only part, trust me. So Princess Leia says, "The Imperial Senate will not sit still for this," expressing her outrage that a Star Destroyer attacked her little ship. But wait, they still have the Senate? Like with Monster Mash in charge? Palpatine created the Galactic Empire and basically called himself the ultimate dictator in like 3 days. A dictator with the Democratic Senate that still has power? And this has been going on since Luke was born 19 years ago? Fuck this! So we finally land in Tatooine. Or rather, the droids crash land in the desert. R2 follows the yellow brick road into Lollipop Land and gets violently shot by a Jawa. He's then made a robot slave. I love this sequence. It's slightly tense, it's mysterious and playful, and again, done without any horrible dialogue.
You sin no sin likes and me sin dialogues.
Shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out of here! This isn't even the movie that you're in, you fat frog fuck! So the Jawas put the droids out for sale like an old-fashioned slave trade. Finally, we meet Luke Starkiller and his Uncle Owen. Luke, come on out. The Jawas are here to sell us junk. Don't you love our life? Please never leave the Lars homestead. I could never imagine running my moisture evaporator farm without you, boy. You want to live on a planet that's nice? You don't want to live in a dirt hole and buy junk from midgets? Come on, Luke. Don't be a fucking asshole. This is paradise. Luke, I'd like you to meet our new protocol droid.
Hello, sir. My name is C-3PO, Human-Cyborg Relations.
Uncle Owen, this is just a man in a plastic costume.
What?
You can't buy this from the Jawas. You know that, right?
What?
Well, you know how they have furries?
What?
Well, he's what they call a droidy.
What?
It's like a weirdo, sicko sex fetish. He probably has a huge erection right now.
Oh, okay. But does he speak Bocce?
Of course I do, sir. It's like a second language to me.
All right, shut up.
Shutting up, sir.
I'll let you fuck me.
Next, we got a little more plot information when Luke discovers the Princess Leia hologram hidden in R2-D2's can. This scene provides a nice little bit of information that moves the plot along and heightens Luke's interest in space adventures. At last, we come to one of the most famous scenes. Everything about it is perfect, and after only knowing Luke for a few scenes, we feel his character and his frustrations. He is someone that's not meant to be a simpleton moisture farmer like his uncle. He's meant for greatness. and he's being held back. That knowledge, coupled with the visuals and the music, makes this perfect. So now it's morning time. Here comes Uncle Owen.
Luke? 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 Luke?
Say Luke again, motherfucker, I dare you.
I double dare you.
Luke?
So this scene has 2 Blu-ray changes that shook the internet and angered millions of people. Obi-Wan's scream or dragon scream or whatever the fuck it's called is changed, and R2-D2 is now hiding behind more rocks, of which he couldn't have gotten behind in the first place. Like maybe he thought that R2-D2 wasn't hidden enough. He's clearly very close to the Sand People. I kinda thought that a couple times too, but I never would have thought to put rocks in front of him in post-production. That's like the stupidest thing ever. However, they do show these new rocks, and then after Obi-Wan calls R2-D2 to him, to cut to a wider shot and all those rocks are gone. But you know, whatever, it's just continuity. But alas, we finally do get to meet Obi-Wan Kenobi now. Somehow R2 knew where he was, and somehow Kenobi knew where to find them. I guess this is the very first scene that the Force made people do things. The Force told Ben Kenobi where he could find R2-D2 and Luke Skywalker. I guess it was fate, because all these things have to happen in order for Anakin Skywalker to become Darth Vader, and oh wait, that happened already. Jesus, Ben, don't you ever fucking clean up? At least Ben didn't leave out any porn magazines before Luke came over. You're like, oh, excuse my mess. I was just reading the articles. But anyway, this scene in Obi-Wan's house is one of the central plot scenes where everything is wrong. The very first thing Obi-Wan says is that Uncle Owen didn't hold the same beliefs as Luke's father. Obi-Wan's emphasis on the specific phrase, not gotten involved, implies that it was a direct quote from Owen Lars. Sort of like something a draft dodger or a pacifist might say. We must also take into consideration that Obi-Wan is lying, but that's really expert level lying. And lying seems to be unbecoming of a Jedi Knight. Now the next lie Obi-Wan says is in regards to the lightsaber.
Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough, but your uncle wouldn't allow it.
So when exactly did this exchange happen? It's possible it happened after Obi-Wan cut Anakin's arms and legs off and melted his face. Maybe Anakin whispered, "If my baby isn't dead, please give him my lightsaber when he's old enough," which by Jedi standards is age 4. You know, he would have said that instead of, "Get me a fucking ambulance!" I can understand why he'd lie about who Luke's father is, but why make up all these bullshit lies about the mundane details? Mos Eisley Spaceport. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Obi-Wan was referring to the Mos Eisley Spaceport, but I swore they were overlooking Hollywood. Who's playing the drums? Anywho, our heroes speed into a wacky cartoon world that is shockingly distracting from the previous scenes in the film. Now we have silly dinosaurs everywhere, and robots smacking other robots, and all sorts of wackiness, including little critters that are running around on the ground. I guess it's all for the kids. Me personally, I liked it the old way, but that's just me, because I don't like things that are different. So here we have the famous Mos Eisley Cantina scene. This was an audience favorite, and it's a very memorable scene in movie history, mainly due to the assortment of aliens and creatures that, of course, Lucas wasn't happy with for some reason. For some reason, the devil is there, and there's a midget, and the wolf man, but in the special edition, they add in some kind of dumb-looking alligator wearing a Rastafarian hat and a cartoon elephant thing. So in this creepy scene, Luke gets roughed up by Walrus Man, whose name was later changed to Punda Baba. He is also threatened by Fucked Up Face Man, whose name was later changed to Fucked Up Face Man. Oh my god, Ben. You get a little excessive there. Oh, so that's what that thing does. Jeez, I'm glad I had it facing in the right direction when I turned it on. Thanks for the warning, Ben. No thanks to you, Bobby. Jesus Christ, I'm glad he didn't slap the thing on my face. Try to push C3PO over with it because he was sleeping against the wall. I want to see if I can knock the droid over with this. Oh fuck, I cut him in half! Continued in part 2.